This is the standard form of a linear equation. So we just learned about the point-slope form, and we've been working with the slope-intercept form. For most of linear equations in this chapter, we're working with the slope-intercept form, y equals mx plus b. But this section here, we are working with the standard form, and that is in the form of ax plus by equals c. And in this form, the variables are going to be on the left side, and the constant, which is the number that stands alone, is on the right side. So let's just get into some examples here of working with the standard form of ax plus by equals c. So first, we have this situation. It says write the equation in standard form with the integer coefficients. What integer coefficients are integers that are in front, are numbers in front of the variable. So they're values in front of the variable. So we're going to put this 4x minus y minus 7 equals 0 in the standard form of ax plus by equals c. So whatever number's in front of the x, this would be like your a. So 4 is your a. Then we have a negative y. So we can think of that as negative 1y. That's going to be my ax by, and then notice how we have this minus 7 here. That's my constant. That's my number alone, and we need to get that negative 7 over here on the right side to be my c. So in order to do this, what we're going to do is I'm going to add 7 to both sides, and I'll write my final answer in the form of ax, so that's 4x, minus y minus by. Since there's no number in front of y, that's just 1, so we can leave it as y, equals 7. And that'll be my answer in standard form. And that'll be it. Now this next example gets a little bit more involved because they're giving us this point, this ordered pair, negative 2 comma 7, and my slope, m equals negative 4, and they want us to put this in the standard form. So step number 1, what we need to do here is we need to put this into point slope form, because that's going to help us put us into the standard form of ax plus by equals c. Again, the point slope form is y minus y1 equals m x minus x1. So negative 2 is my x1, 7 is my y1. So what I have here is y minus my y1 is 7 equals m, my slope is negative 4, x minus my x1 is negative 2. Remember, double negatives become positive. So that's going to be x plus 2. So now what I'm going to do is I am going to simplify my right side here. So I'm going to distribute negative 4 to x and distribute negative 4 to the 2 here. So we have y minus 7 equals negative 4 times x gives me negative 4x. Negative 4 times 2 is going to give me negative 8. So what I need to do now is notice how I have this negative 7 on the left. It's a constant. I need to add 7 to both sides. So what I have on the left is y equals, I have that negative 4x still on the right. Negative 8 and positive 7 gives me negative 1. I have that negative 4x on the right side, so I need to add that over to the left side. So I'm going to add 4x to both sides. So what I have is 4x plus y equals negative 1. And is that in the form of y equals ax plus by equals c? It is. So this will be my answer for that. So you first put it in the point slope form, and then step 2, we simplify into the standard form. Ax plus by equals c. This last question, we are now given 2 points. We're given 1, 4 and 5, 7. It says write an equation in standard form of the line that passes through these 2 points. So step number 1, I need to find my slope. That's what I'm going to do first. So we have x1, y1, x2, y2. So we think of y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So 1, 4 is x1, y1, 5, 7 is x2, y2. So now this is going to be 7 minus 4 over 5 minus 1. 7 minus 4 simplifies to 3. 5 minus 1 is 4. So 3/4 is my slope. Now my step number 2, I am going to take this and write this in the point slope form. Number 2, we're going to put it in the point slope form. So I can choose one out of these 2. It doesn't matter. I'll just choose 1, 4 just because that's my first one. So we have y minus my y1 is 4 equals my slope m 3/4 x minus 1. I'll distribute the 3/4 to x and -1. Y minus 4 equals 3/4 x minus 3/4. 3/4 times -1 is -3/4. Now what I'm going to do, notice how on the right side I have fractions. I have 3/4 and I have this -3/4. Let me first, before I do anything though with these fractions, I'm going to actually add this 4 on the left side to the right side. So let me add the 4 first. So that's 4 over 1. We're adding these fractions here. So we have to find common denominator. So our common denominator here is 4. So we think of this as -3/4 plus 16 over 4, which becomes 13 over 4. So it's y minus 4 equals 3/4 x plus 13 over 4. I want to get rid of, oops, it's going to be y equals, sorry, I shouldn't have wrote that -4 because we already took care of that. So it's y equals 3/4 x plus 13 over 4. I want to get rid of the 4 as my denominator here. So what I'm going to do, watch what I do. I'm going to multiply the right side by 4 because we want to cancel those 4s out. Think of when we're solving equations, whatever you do to one side of the equation, you have to do the same to the other. So I'm gonna, when I multiply 4 from the right, I'm gonna multiply 4 to the left. So it cancels the 4s on the right side, leaving me left with 4y on the left. Let me erase this here. So what I have now is 4y equals 3x plus 13. Now we can finish writing this in the standard form by subtracting 3x to both sides. So what I have here is -3x plus 4y equals 13, and that is in standard form, and that'll be my final answer. We will go through more of these kind of questions together in class, but I just wanted to show you this because you will see maybe 1 or 2 of these in the bookwork. I do want you to try it, and then like I said, we'll go through any questions on this in class. But really just know that the standard form here is in the form of ax plus by equals c, and you'll see a lot of example 1 and 2. And then example 3 is a little bit more involved, but don't let it get too tricky for you.